So, Ninja Gaiden just broke my stream, dude. I tried to alt tab out and it, there's some cool skins. Because I tried to alt tab out of Ninja Gaiden and close it, and it closed Streamlabs instead. So let me send the link out again. People are gonna be fucking. Accidentally tanked my own stream. Controller broken, punch it. Yep, now the stream's gone down, guys. Now the stream's gone down. $11 hours and 13 minutes. Holy shit. You slammed the controller too hard, it crashed everything. No, I think I just pressed the wrong button. I pressed the button to, and it, like, started the mission, even though I didn't want it to start the mission. So I tried to alt-tab out and close the game, and I accidentally closed Stream Elements, which it didn't even give me, like, a warning. It didn't even, Streamlabs, it accidentally, like, it didn't even say, you're about to close Streamlabs, but you're still live. So it just fucking closed. Ending the stream with it. Okay, I want to see. We're all the way back up here. Okay. I want to see his like his finale of Ninja Gaiden 2. If he ever did one. Yeah, guys, that's my fault. Why is it saying 3 weeks and 2 weeks ago? This is in order, no? I don't know why I'm not just like... Ninja Gaiden. That's all I had to do. There's a whole playlist. That's the only beauty of a DSP categorizing his shit. Elizabeth was the hardest for me.
What's going on, everyone? Welcome back.
Elizabeth in this chapter, I believe.
All right.
Or the next one.
Only 2 chapters
It was the next one, I
We're
think.
definitely gonna beat this game tonight. There's no way, unless the ending is like insanely long.
Yes, it was, because it was after Dagra Day.
Difficult. There's no way that I'm not gonna beat it tonight.
No, it was before Dagra Day, I
Chapter
think.
16, the Underworld Abyss. It is said that
I just want to see him in the boss fights.
I can't charge. I can't do that. So he has armor, and I can't hit him.
These are Sigma fights, and I don't know why they overstay their welcome. I think, like, I don't want to fight the same fucking Tengu bosses like 4 times over. There was no point for it. They're not hard fights.
Oh my god, he grabs again.
But Phil is like just such an idiot.
That's it. I've had enough of this.
Change your weapon. If the sword's not working, change your weapon. Don't nimbo spam. What's the point? He's using True Dragon Sword because he thinks it's like the most powerful thing, and it's a pretty good fucking weapon. Like the normal sword is really good. You've got variety for a reason.
Why was this one such a pusho?
Eclipse Scythe is broken.
I guess the red one was the tough one. The blue one was easy. All right.
Okay, there we go.
What's annoying because I lost half my goddamn health bar.
You fight Alexi in this chapter.
2 annoying dicks. What's up, Piss Style Man? How are you over on Kick? Okay.
Piss Style Man?
How's everything, guys?
Who's that?
Smells good, hopefully. How do you like the new smell-o-vision I'm broadcasting in tonight?
Actually, I want to see how he reacts to a scantily clad girl in Cage. Oh,
Feels
God.
shitty. It's in pain. It sucks.
What a dear little bird you are. Oh, a beautiful canary trapped in a cage.
Stop it.
Oh, yes. That's it, yes.
I think I played this in Japanese.
Sing again and again.
No reaction from Phil, surprisingly. Looks away. I don't think he did.
Dragon Ninja is here.
We already beat him once. What makes him think we can't beat him again?
I'm excited for NG4. He's trying his best to ignore it. Yeah, he is. It's just absolute silence while that cutscene played.
See him.
I think when I played NG2 Black, I thought a lot of the bosses were pushovers. Like the game just wasn't as hard as OG Ninja Gaiden 2 for me. So I'm not really surprised that Phil didn't have too much trouble with this,
Wow, he was
especially
so-
playing on a lower difficulty.
Wow.
But Elizabeth, I think Elizabeth was the she was the only point where I died in like the whole thing,
Got
and
the
it's
pussy just like the
it's
first time.
because of a weird like dash attack. I even fucking died to Genshin.
Who the hell's this?
Who the hell's... Has he not been paying attention?
Oh,
Paying
Genshin
attention.
got mutated into a demon, huh?
Yes, when you kill Genshin, Elizabeth
Fuck
brings him
Genshin
back.
4,000th time.
Oh, he's getting his shit rocked. Yeah, Genshin's no pushover. And he dodges Nimpo as well. Like, unconditionally, I think. But you learn that in Chapter 2.
God, I guess.
Oh, this is good as well, by the way, because there's another... Like, Elizabeth, you fight her immediately after this. So I'm hoping Phil just uses all his items.
I was teleporting, still got me. He's much harder.
I'm not going to spoil it. I don't want to see if, like... If he dies here, or dies to Elizabeth, I'm gonna scroll forward and see if he ever fights the Archfiend. Looks like he might be alright though. I didn't see how many grains he had. What, like, why is the boss just stood there letting him hit him? Jeez. That's part of playing on the easiest difficulty, I guess. You immediately go into another fight.
You didn't dodge? Wow.
Yes, the bosses are supposed to, like, most of them unconditionally just dodge Nimpo. He'll use these two blades for the rest of the game, by the way. Dragon's Claw, Tiger's Fang.
Dodge that time.
He doesn't realize that the boss is just unconditionally dodging Nimpo. She can't be hit by it. He doesn't understand why he's not doing the flying swallow either when he's using a different weapon.
Oh, I'm dual wielding these swords now.
Look, he looks so miserable. He looks so flat as well from a front on angle. Like, his face just looks really flat. He looks like he wants to be done with this game. quickly pop a grains before he dies. Oh, I'm surprised that hit her. I didn't think it could.
What? Oh my god. I couldn't even see the attack.
Yeah, she's the only point in this game in which I died. Because of that. That's all she would do. She would just chain it and I couldn't hit her.
You dodged it. Someone have no healing left.
He does. He's got Muramasa's items, or Murasama. I can't remember how you spell his name. But he's got his rise balls to heal.
Can't hit her. What the hell? I can't hit her. Look.
She's stuck on Genshin's body. Fuck. It's the game's fault, dude. It's not perfect, but like, it's clearly your fault there, Phil. Man, Pig Roach.
Can't see. Now I really can't fucking see.
I'm rooting for Pig Roach.
I actually hit her a few times. I have 0 healing now.
He did kill her. We got game over. What killed him?
I can't, dude. I can't fight because I can't fucking see. There's no way I'm gonna survive.
Oh, this.
Yeah, there was nothing I could do. You teleport into a room full of enemies, right? You can't see what's going on. They're attacking you from all angles and you have no healing. Wow, that's just genius.
Like, why aren't you taking out the ones that use Nimpo first, Phil?
I think you're actually worse with the dual.
He game overed here again.
I can't do the launcher combo anymore.
He just he lets them hit him for free.
Target any enemies. I'm trying to like go towards a certain enemy, and I can't target any particular enemy at all.
He should switch up his Nimpo if he wants to hit loads of enemies. Void is really good for it, but only if they're like, because it's piercing. Only if he's like stood in front of a row of them. I hope that Talon guy in the back that's throwing the shurikens, I hope he attaches to him and just fucking blows himself up and kills him.
Are you kidding me? There's literally health on the ground and you don't absorb it? Wow, this is shitty as hell.
He does reach Dagradé.
This is shitty as hell. That's gonna be the hardest part of the game, the final.
I need to watch this. I'm surprised he gets this far. Like, even on Acolyte. Dagradé is a real fucking tough fight as well. And in, I think in OG Ninja Gaiden 2, it doesn't give you any checkpoint between Dagradé and the Archfiend. So if you die once, you have to redo all of it again.
I can't, I'm trying to dodge, I get impaled instead.
But I could be misremembering that, but that's how I remember it from when I played it as a kid. A young scamp.
When I dodge. Yeah, I'm dodging and he's hitting me anyway. See? This is stupid.
Oh, he's getting his fucking shit rocked. He probably invested more yellow essence into healing items as well than he did upgrades. And I don't think I needed to buy healing items. I don't think I need to buy more than 3 times when I played. I should play again though, because it's a fun game. I'm having a Ninja Gaiden to spurg out.
He auto targets the little guy instead of the claw.
I can't believe I accidentally fucking tanked my own stream, dude. I can't believe it. Duh.
Enough with the lightning when we hit him. Oh my god, it won't even fucking hit him.
Archfiend's pretty easy. You know what to do.
Here, fuck your mother.
It was a lot harder on NG2, like the first phase of Archfiend, purely because of the fact that in order to fire your bow, you had to aim it, and then you had to fully charge it and hope that the Archfiend didn't hit you.
Why are you letting him have a fucking monologue?
Yes, because there's no level after this. It just goes straight into the Archfiend. So, yeah, if you fucked it, you fucked it. Like, you had to go back and do Dagger Die again.
Poor eyeball.
And obviously in OG Ninja Gaiden 2, this cannon wasn't a weapon. It was only the bow.
What am I supposed to do here? Knock this back somehow? Oh, face. That worked. Oh god, I got read.
I wonder if Phil even hits the glowing orb in the center of the screen.
You're raining shit down on me.
Yellow paint isn't enough for Phil anymore. That's crazy. Just stands there and lets the blood splatters hit him. And again. Like, you can't convince me this guy isn't retarded.
It's probably gonna take ages. Seems like
He
it-
can't understand why he's taking damage.
I'm dodging and I get hit by it.
You're not dodging. You're standing there face tanking it, Phil.
It's like nothing.
The blood splatters hit him again. Yep, again. And again. Like, you'd think at this point you'd learn.
This fight is fucking tedious.
But it's tedious because you're doing it wrong somehow. Yellow paint, the glowing orb in the middle of the screen.
I'm dodging that and it hits me anyway.
You're not dodging it, you're standing there face tanking it, you fucking idiot.
Think I can do more damage with the bow instead of this cannon?
I mean, you do... Oh, I think Phil might have realized it.
Now he's running away. Okay.
Okay, I think he realized it, guys.
Perfect.
He just proves that he's learned nothing through his entire playthrough. Like, there are no transferable skills.
Well, how convenient someone put these chests in the middle of hell in the middle of a final boss fight.
That's not hell.
Very nice of them.
At least I don't think it is. Is he disabled? What the fuck's he doing?
Nothing here. I was trying to see if there are any hidden items or anything over here. There's nothing here. What did they create this area for then? It literally didn't need to be
Because the
there. It doesn't
game
do anything.
punishes
There's
you
no
for not
purpose.
getting up there quick enough, or at least it did. I don't know if this version punishes you for not getting up there quick enough, but like, if the Archfiend moves and you don't move with him, he, like, it will punish you. But because Phil's playing it on the easiest difficulty, it probably isn't going to punish him. Like, any lower difficulty, and he literally wouldn't be able to die.
The platforming is stupid here. Like, it serves no purpose at all. Like, what am I doing this for?
You're in Mount Fuji, by the way. You're climbing up Mount Fuji
I can't see. Camera's off.
as the Archfiend tries to climb up to the top as well. What's he fucking doing? Because he doesn't understand why he did a lot of damage with a bow earlier. And that was because he was hitting the glowing orb in the middle of the fucking screen. So he's just aiming for the face.
I can only hit him once at a time. It's insanely tedious.
I'm glad I didn't watch this live. Holy shit, what an idiot. Philip. Oh, there you go, there you go. Maybe he realizes. He doesn't. He continues hitting the face. He still doesn't realize. Red means weak spot, dude. Yeah, true. He doesn't realize that when the Archfiend does that animation, it's because he's about to climb up. Red means weak spot, not the glowing orb in the fucking center of the screen. Literally, the thing that's taking up the most amount of screen space. The thing that the bow keeps locking onto. No, surely you're not supposed to hit that. Headshots do more damage. That is actually quite nice of them to leave healing materials like right at the final boss. The first phase of the final boss. I'm quite excited for NG4.
What the?
How is he incapable of wall jumping 17 chapters into the game?
Oh, I couldn't even see. There was no way to see that angle. Great. Shooting that. Oh, it did something?
Bill clearly doesn't understand that because it's not glowing, it's not going to do damage.
Maybe you have to shoot him in the head first, then you shoot him there?
Oh.
Yes, that's what you do. Shoot him in the head, then you shoot him in
At the end of the boss fight, he's understood how to fight the boss. It's taken him the whole fight to understand how to fight the boss. And the fact that the boss hasn't killed him should speak volumes to how easy this difficulty is.
Okay. I'm gonna assume the Archfiend was not done, like they didn't actually finish him. You know, because you can tell he's holes in his body, his eyeballs popping out. It was probably not the true Archfiend, right? He's not done, not finished.
Well, Phil is technically not wrong. He's becoming aware, yeah. You just had to do a lean-in manual ban there. I'm going to skip the cutscene, but basically what happens is it looks like he does beat the game.
Wait, did we finish it? No, there's gotta be another fight.
They're about to climb up, and Ryu is bleeding from his arm. And a bit of the blood drops on the Archfiend, and because it's the blood of the Dragon Ninja, you then get a powered-up version of the Archfiend. Which looks fucking awesome, by the way. And Phil defaults to hitting him with an arrow.
Where am I attacking? He's not off the screen.
It genuinely surprises me that he beat this.
Oh shit, he grabbed me.
But 2025 is the year where he started his strategy of just sitting there, face tanking the enemies, and just like hitting them until either he breaks or they break.
Where the fuck does he keep going? I couldn't see him again.
Like, he continues to prove he's learned nothing from this entire game, but he's so reliant upon healing resources.
I'll get him. Can't move now, bitch. Why'd you like to manage though? God damn it, stupid grab attack is annoying.
And more healing. This is what I mean when I say he face tanks. Clearly, the Archfiend is away from the platform that you can hit him on, which means he's going to do attacks that you're supposed to be focusing on dodging. as opposed to just sitting there fucking shooting him for minimal damage. Like, he's getting no return from that.
Oh, I feel like nothing.
Yeah, there were a couple of weird texture bugs as well when I played it, like when the game first came out. I don't know if they fixed them. It just proves he's learned nothing. The lightning that affects a portion of the arena, he's been hit by every time. When he plays Night Rain, he's not going to get that far in it. He's just going to drop it.
You can't target in this game, so I literally attacked the wrong direction 3 times.
He is right though. There isn't a I think there might be a specific lock on actually, but it's quite bad. But that's how it was in the hack and slash games, like from back then.
What? Oh, can you attack the leg? Why are you attacking the camera, you fucking hard? Attack the leg. Enemy's right in front of you. Fucking
Like,
attack
it's just so embarrassing. How do you actually learn nothing?
Doesn't work.
I'll hide the game capture so we can see more beautiful art.
Fuck. I dodged. Are you kidding? I
Oh, no, you didn't dodge. And there we go, the Muramasa item. It'd be beautiful. It'd be poetic if the Archfiend killed him here. But unfortunately, we don't get that.
I saved my full heal for the final boss fight. Now the cock key slash. Chop off his demon dick. Alright, that must be it. That was a lot of bosses. That's probably the end.
It'd be fucking awesome as well if there was a third phase.
Exploded. You see that? Ugh. Alright.
Can't wait to get the first Ninja Gaiden Black or Sigma a play. I should probably play Ninja Gaiden Black OG. That was a good one, Phil. Oh, brilliant. My phone's just decided to update itself. Awesome. Like, it come up with a pop-up to ask if I wanted to update, and then it just did it anyway. Does this thing give anyone... Oh, that's the LXI thing. Okay. Anything else I wanted to watch? Let me have a look at Discord. DSP goes nuclear, bans loyal viewer for laughing at him. I'm going to put this on and then I'm going to go back to the controller slamming.
13 Judy says, who are the placeholders? I don't know what the hell that means, but thanks for the cheer. The placeholders. You're so...
Oh, Infinite Wealth.
idea.
This is FF7 Rebirth, I
You mean
think.
in regards to this game? And that's literally what's happening now to Ichiban. Like, these first 3 hours of this game is like, everything starts good, then all of a sudden, awful thing happens, 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 awful thing happens. It's like, what the hell? Like, they're really piling it on. Like, holy crap, man. And then, on top of that, there's just some weird choices they made with the plot, like a romantic twist at the beginning, and then it just gets dropped right on its head again to add to the oh, here's another bad thing that happened in the story. And it's weird, but I get it. It's funny, but it's
Once you
off.
think you understand why people hate Phil, you then find another reason why people hate Phil. He's talking about, I think I remember this, where Phil said his life was like Ichiban's, and there's like a fucking romance story that gets dropped on its head. Like, that's not how it happens. At the start of Infinite Wealth, it carries on from the events of 7, where Ichiban's recognized as a hero for doing the events of 7. And he really wants to ask Seiko out. So he asks Seiko out, but he does it in a really, really weird way. And like, he takes Seiko out and he does it in a really weird way. He also compared him losing a safe file to Kobe dying. Yes, I remember that, yeah. So then Seiko, like, doesn't... She fucking airs him, basically. That's what he's talking about here. And it doesn't get dropped. It's just Ichiban goes to Hawaii.
Odd that it's in there. And then on top of that,
It's not odd that it's in there at all.
This plot, and this is basically a minor spoiler for the plot. This is actually how the game sets up. But these guys, you know, the cast of Like a Dragon, are just a bunch of ragtag guys. It's not like they have a giant internet presence. It's not like they really have the ability to defend themselves, right? They don't. They don't, you know, what could they do?
I just want to note, by the way, that in the opening section of Infinite Wealth, Ichiban gets cancelled on the internet by a VTuber. And look at the frame I paused on. This is what Phil's talking about, by the way. This is what he's saying. It's literally him.
Do. So, literally, because people have slandered them on the internet, this drama stuff, and it's fun.
It wasn't slander either. I'm gonna spoil it, but like Infinite Wealth's been out for over a year, so if you don't want to hear spoilers of Infinite Wealth, which I don't think anyone in this chat really cares about, mute the stream for a little bit, and I'll take this out of full screen, and you'll see it on the stream. I'll take it out of full screen when I've finished talking about it, if you're really concerned about spoilers. But yeah, what happens is it was, God, I can't remember her name. Let me look it up. I said I was going to take it out of full screen when I was done with spoilers. Let me have a look. Chitose. That's who it was, yeah. I was thinking because of Chitose Buster Holmes. There's no way it could be Chitose, but it is Chitose. She's the VTuber, and she was like, I think she was approached by Seryu. No, it was Eiji who was working with Eiji Mitamura, who was working with the Seryu clan. And he said to her basically, like he was feeding her information, which helped her VTuber channel blow up. And because Chitose was a bit lonely, she liked the online attention, and it gradually like got on and on and on. And then she was fed this story about Ichiban and that. And while it might not have been what happened, the way that she was reporting it did kind of look that way. And it's like that's not how it was with Ichiban and all that. But this is how this is what Phil's comparing. Phil's acting like the true information that the detractors have on him that they can prove is somehow comparable to Ichiban being framed. But that's about it. That's all the spoilers I wanted to say. So there we go. I'll take it out of full screen. So anyone that knows about the spoilers, or wanted to mute because of the spoilers or whatever, they can unmute now.
Funny because they actually said, so what is it, like a internet tabloid?
There we go.
That's exactly what it is. Yeah, that's literally what a ton of shit is on YouTube right now. A bunch of scummy tabloid people who have absolutely nothing to actually say about anything. So what they do is they literally make shit up. They take things out of context.
Did Ichiban leave his camera on?
Video clips. They'll say, hey, this is what this person is.
Yeah, it was on the whole time.
And it gets them clickbait views, and it gets them popularity. And then the person who they're basically slamming is the one who takes the brunt of that and has to live with it somehow. And how do you do that when you're not someone of the stature of the person who's basically punching down at you? Well, that's the story of this game. I'm not kidding.
No, it isn't.
That's literally the story of this game.
No,
right?
it isn't.
And
no, it isn't.
Immediately, I drew parallels. I'm like, so you remember what happened to me, right? You remember me
that
working at Twitch
basically
for so many
helps.
years. They never had a single problem with me. In fact, I was offered
that helps the level
opportunities.
reset stuff and
They
all
had me play
that,
games
like being done at the
Poison
start.
Chamber and paid me tons of money to
It
play and advertise
it helps the level
They had
reset
me
stuff.
do all these
Like, oh,
different
why is
campaigns and
Ichiban all
things.
of a sudden resetting
And
his
then
levels
just a
and he's
few
not the
years
strongest
later, I
motherfucker on the
haven't
planet?
changed who I am.
Because Ichi gets fired from Hello Work, which is like the job center. Ichi gets fired from there, which then leads him back into fighting with the freelancer style, and then he picks up the hero bat and gets the hero style, and he basically decides, well, I've not got a job anymore, so like we're just gonna lounge about for a bit. And then it ends up that like I think Arakawa wanted him to go to Hawaii to find his mother, and that's how it leads on. But like the VTuber stuff that Phil's talking about here is what sets that up, because it gives a reason for Ichiban to be fired. It gives a reason for this, like for Ichiban to just be at square one.
Change the style of content I do. I'm the same exact guy, and they kick me out of the partner program. Oh my god! And when I ask them why, they say something like hateful speech, but then they refuse to provide any examples of what I'm talking about.
You said the N-word, Phil.
Find out, months later, I contact someone who actually worked at Twitch, and they showed me the evidence that my haters, the people who don't like me, made a internet slander campaign. They basically packaged it all together.
You said the N-word, Phil. That was it.
Epic montage of bad moments of my history. A lot of them were over 10 years before this time period. And all they did was made this edited, here's the worst of Phil, and presented it to Twitch.
These are pictures that were hanging up on his
on your site in your partner program,
in his hallway, by the way.
But, look
he's just taken down to use as background pieces.
Number one, it's all stuff out of context. Number two, it's stuff that's outdated. I don't do.
Look at his
that
jiggling.
Kind of risque commentary. Some of this stuff was stuff from 10 years ago, before, that I haven't done since, and
he's jiggling in his chair.
For, right? So literally, that's exactly.
Remember him saying he wanted to. He it wasn't just the N-word thing. It was all the retards and the other shit he said. Yeah, it wouldn't surprise me. But that he got banned almost as soon as he said the N-word playing The Last of Us. That was like the main thing where they just fucking nuked him on Twitch. And the Hello Jew video. I don't know if that did get him removed from the partner program on Twitch, but it probably did as well. I wouldn't be surprised. So it was as well. It was an 11-year-old girl in VR who called him an idiot, and he goes, "Good. Now I'm away from that annoying bitch of a kid that I would have slapped if I ever met in real life."
Of Like a Dragon, showing things out of context, not representative of what's going on or who the people actually are, but making shit up for drama's sake. And now
Phil's trying to be Ichiban.
He just like me. He just like me for real.
And I'm like, dude, this is my fucking life. This is exactly what happens to me on a daily basis. I have stalkers on the internet who just make shit up. They have never substantiated their claims of anything that they've said in these things that are ridiculous. Every once in a while, you say, okay, well, Phil raged today playing Street Fighter and he insulted some players. That's true. It's well documented. The footage is there. You can watch the footage on my channel, for God's sakes, right? Who cares
Everything's
about that?
well documented.
But the problem is the other stuff.
Phil could breathe in the wrong place and it would be documented.
Absolutely no concrete evidence of it all, but they say shit all the time. All these crazy conspiracies they come up with, and YouTube allows it. YouTube just allows slander campaigns for personal gain. It's insane. Now, in reality, it's funny because...
Oh, he's read the chatter. Here it is.
By the way, how about this? I don't know what the fuck idiots are talking about with memes and shit. Oh, it's like, he's just like me. I don't know what the fuck you're talking about. I don't follow your dumb fucking meme. So take your meme and show it up your fucking ass.
He's just like me for real, is what's getting DSP triggered here.
Fucking based. Oh,
yeah, the trolls provided miles of receipts.
Doesn't mean I get to ignore fucking facts that the characters in this game are going through what I go through on a daily fucking basis. Shut the fuck up. Holy fucking shit, relax.
Ichiban Kasuga is literally me. He's literally me.
Shit. I don't care who the fuck it is. There's people in the chat right now. Oh, he's doing a meme. Oh, this is cringe. Shut the fuck up and eat it. Eat it. Give me your mailing address. I want to mail you a spoon so you can eat shit out of my fucking... I'm tired of people saying that because I am who I am, I can't say a factual observation. It's a fucking fact that the characters in that game are going through what I have factually gone through on a daily fucking basis for years. So shut the fuck up. I am not putting up with any of this shit ever again. You're going to tell me I can't make a factual observation? How about you kiss my...
This is a good rant. This is a good Phil rant.
Oh, he can't
Holy shit, I might have to watch his Infinite Wealth stuff.
I can't say a fact? What fucking world do we live in that I can't say a fucking fact, you bitch?
I don't watch his
Enough is
Yakuza
enough
stuff
with
until
this
I've
shit.
played it myself.
Yeah, King be cruel. King be bitch. You're gonna say dumb shit like that in the fucking chat, and everyone else who said that too, because people in the comments, all my haters saying it in the
He
videos.
just
and now
like
we know what
me
you're
for
watching every
real.
fucking
It's
day,
a bad
right?
term.
You dumb fuck. Shut the fuck up. No one cares about
That's
your
right, he's
bitch-ass
literally me.
mean-bill opinions. There's facts, there's reality, and then there's your bullshit world that you live in on the internet where you circle jerk each other with your conspiracy and your nonsense, and no one fucking cares about you except your circle jerking community. The problem is there's too many of you. There's too many fucking idiots.
That's why he's the
Enough is enough
MVP.
with this shit.
He
It's time to
falls
call
asleep
it
during the
out.
cutscenes with
Just
infinite
because I'm one of the
wealth.
most abused people on the internet doesn't mean I don't get to make a factual observation.
I
can
imagine
say
him
whatever the
falling
fuck
asleep
I
during the
want, and you
cutscene with
like
Danny
it,
Trejo
or you
or
shut the
Dwight
fuck up.
Mendez about to fight Ichiban.
Like, Jesus, relax, dude. Now, you got a problem with that? Test me, bitch. Because
I know he fell asleep during Yakuza 6.
I'm not gonna have people come in here on my streams and
I clipped him falling asleep during Disco Elysium. I clipped him falling asleep.
Other videos that say, "Oh, oh look, I'm like him, just like me and him." Shut the fuck. No one even knows what you're talking about. I've never
Literally
heard the name
me.
before,
He's
'cause
literally
I'm not
me.
an asshole. I'm not a fucking dumbass mouth drooling idiot. I don't follow the dunces follow on the internet. It's my life I'm talking about, right? And it's true. Follow the plot of this game. This is exactly what I've gone through. I've lost tons of business opportunities. I've lost the ability to branch out on the internet as a content creator. Tons of people, hundreds of thousands of people, will never check out my content because all they hear is conspiracies about me. Right? What they'll do is now they'll take this actual segment of my podcast.
My internet's probably about to tank.
Uses his viewers by swearing at them instead of actually showing the reason.
If it does conk out, I'll probably have to unstream.
Me, that people
I think there's
are
an engineer coming around today to look at it.
And everyone else. And then when I finally call it out, oh my God, look, in the game it's happening just like what happened with me. Oh, that's so cringe that he would say that. He'd think he's such a big egotistical. Egotistical? How is it ego-fucking-tistic?
Darkseid feels a stupid, cowardly, ugly, jobless, narcissistic, egotistical man-child who begs for people's money just by sitting on his ass.
To state a fact, you fucking buffoon. You are so dumb. Just because you don't like someone doesn't
why
mean
no
that
one
when
likes
they
his
state a fact, the
streams.
fact is wrong.
It's the trolls. It's always the trolls.
You understand? There are a lot of people on this planet I don't like, but they say true things sometimes, and you better wise the fuck up and listen. Or shut up about it, because no one cares about you and your drama community on the internet.
40-year-old gets heated because he doesn't get a meme. Yeah, everybody's saying he's just like me
based
for
on this level
real.
of hatred,
And that
based on this
prompted
level of
this.
hearsay and tabloid bullshit, and it's ruining people's lives, and mine is one of them. There is literally no fucking reason whatsoever that I should not be in the Twitch partner program. Zero. I never did a damn thing.
He's still bitter about the Twitch partner program.
People out there who don't even know anything about me, who hate me. But a campaign of slander was held against me, and those idiots at Twitch,
I bet if Twitch offered him partnership, he'd run right back.
Said, "Oh, we don't want to deal with this drama, so we'll just remove him from the partner program. We won't ban him from the site."
He thinks that if the trolls disappeared, there would be top-level streamers. Yeah, but it's symbiotic. Like, they're so fucking stupid, they don't realize it's symbiotic. The reason they're as successful as they are, and I'm going to use that word loosely, but Phil meets his tips goals just about every day. So, in his own definition, he's successful. Like, yeah, when they're as well off is probably the better term as they are. The fact that they don't understand it's like symbiotic and because of the trolls. If there was no trolls for Phil, nobody would watch Phil. Because nobody would be able to get a reaction out of him. So there'd be no entertainment. And it's the same with Wings.
So, yeah, it's happened to me 100% concretely. By the way, it's on Kiwi Farms. When they did it years ago, they posted up all around Kiwi Farms about it. All the evidence was always there. It's that people want to ignore it. When there's evidence of all the horrible things that have happened to me, oh, that doesn't exist. That never happened. No.
I don't think anybody denies it. I just don't think people care.
Slightly wrong.
Because
here you go.
Everyone's under the same mentality that you deserve whatever you get. His whales only give him money for troll
Here's all
attention.
the evidence of
It's
everything
either
Phil's
troll
ever done
attention or
wrong in his
control over
15
Phil
plus
or
years on
both.
the internet. That's not how it fucking works. That's not fair. That's your
Wings does understand that. That's why Wings has I don't know who it's with. It might be with Breaking Banquet. But Wings has a content farm with detractors, as far as I'm aware. Like, Wings will give content to his troll. His troll will upload that content. Wings will then talk shit about the troll and it'll go on. Like, and the troll will give Wings some of the money back. So Wings knows Lean and Lummox. Okay, it wasn't Breaking Banquet. Breaking Banquet's the one that he mentions a lot, though. Because it was with, like, the Fat Camp stuff or something like that. He goes, Breaking Banquet's gonna clip this. Lean and Lummox. Okay, yeah. But, like, yeah, so Wings definitely 100% understands that he needs trolls. He doesn't control Breaking Banquet. That's why he wants him gone. Okay, yeah. See, I'm so, like, I'm not well versed in the Wings stuff at all. But Breaking Banquet's the only one I watch. If I do watch any Wings things, which is very few and far between. The only Wings stuff I watched recently was when he hit his missus. Or had to... No, it was Buggy that had to pick up the trash. There was something else that Wings had to do that was really bad. I can't remember what it was.
Every one of you's
The local's scripted anyway.
Really?
Local's played up.
The people who do
but it's
that
funny.
Shit, you're fucked up. You're broken in the fucking head. Every one of you bitch-ass content creators out there. Well, all you do is talk shit about people all day and you call it the news. You're the most worthless humans on earth.
Was Wings Tings Keemstar?
All had finger snapped away by
Wings
Thanos,
Tings, is that a
no
YouTube channel or something?
You're all replaceable. Every one of you has
I'm not
nothing
sure.
to add concretely to this planet. Nothing.
I
positive.
have no idea.
You're nothing but a
I have no
blight
idea,
on
to
the
be honest with
fucking
you.
planet. You're a big hemorrhoid on all of our fucking asses who are trying to make a positive living and help people on this planet. You're the problem.
Who the fuck is
Not
Phil
us,
helping
the ones who you abuse.
by playing
You're the
games
fucking
6
problem.
days a week?
Get it? If
The
you
only
go
person he's
away,
helping is
the world's
himself.
a better place. I want you to think about that. Now, I'm allowed to say whatever the fuck I want, especially when it's facts. All right? The plot of Like a Dragon Infinite Wealth is incredibly similar to my life in that regard. The main characters are harassed by people on the internet, made up slander campaigns.
They didn't even get
They have no means
harassed.
to defend themselves. And
The
now
Tatara channel,
their-
which is
their
the
whole
VTuber
world is in
channel,
shambles.
reported a
And that's what the
story,
plot's gonna be, is
and
exploring
people,
what are they gonna do?
people then
To try to
decided
figure
they
out what
didn't
really
like
happened.
Ichiban
Where did
based upon that. Nobody was
misinformation come
harassing
from? Can
him.
they figure it out, right?
He didn't get harassed at all.
Now, I'm
He just
willing to
lost
bet
his job.
that the rest of the game is not going to be a lengthy court case where they sue the parties for slander or defamation or whatever it may be, because I always get those two confused, right? I'm going to guess they're going to go on a wild ride to Hawaii and they're going to beat the shit out of people. If only I could do that. If only right now I could buy a plane ticket and fly to Hawaii and beat the shit out of people in the streets and it would solve my problems. But sadly, that's not reality, and that's why this is a video game and not my life story. See? That's the difference. So, I am very much looking forward to the rest of this game and having fun with it with all of you and turning it into a lengthy, chill playthrough. Okay? And yes, I'm going to make these parallels over the course of the game, and if you don't like it, you can literally because it doesn't matter what your opinion is, it's a fact. Fuck off. Okay.
God bless. That's horrifying. That is horrifying. Okay, is there anything else? I think we covered it all. There was the controller slabs, but I've got to get off soon, I think. I think we're I think we should watch one more. Hang on.
Hello
everyone, Phil here. And I'm about to check out the Metaphor Ray Fantasio demo on PC. I literally just...
Why is it in 2x now?
The graphics. Let's go ahead and make sure it's in English. Yes, please proceed with English text. That would be great.
Oh, he plays them all in English.
Do we want Japanese or English? Okay, everyone, welcome back. And, I don't know how we're gonna do this. I'm gonna try, but man, this does not look like it's doable for us, honestly. What is this blue ball floating around? What the hell is that?
There they are.
I wanted to see the extent of the demo. It looks like it's just
It's an
the
enemy.
first main dungeon.
Where did it go? Did it run away? It's so weird.
There they go.
Bear in mind, he actually really liked this game, apparently. Metaphor's brilliant.
That solves that.
End it with cup noodles or slushy magic. Okay, I will.
You do like double damage when you get the drop on them, but if you don't, you do like no damage to anything. It's ridiculous.
You do no damage, apparently.
I don't think there's any more backup coming. Let's keep
Is there
going.
any opportunity to even regain anything before we get to the end of this dungeon? Like,
Is that the
if
end?
not, what were they thinking there? No way to get your...
Yeah, so Atlas Games have always done it. You don't just regain SP in that straight away. And in the early game for Metaphor, it was particularly cruel, in my opinion. Because I went into, like, not realizing it, I went into the harder side content. Like, the main content's supposed to be the easiest bit. And I went into the harder side content first. And my stats sort of look like Phil's, to be fair. But if you level enough, like, if you're a high enough level to one-shot the enemies in the overworld, and you have any archetype from the mage class equipped, and the game will tell you if you can one-shot them in the overworld, you regain SP, and I think with the Seeker class you gain HP, but I could be wrong. It might be a different class, but yeah, you gain MP back. Phil's just a fucking idiot and expunged all his MP straight away because he thought he was just going to be fed more.
Fucking
I
resources
see
back?
the enemy. We have the edge.
But I also think the point is you're supposed to do this shit over different days as well.
Let's stay calm.
Like, it doesn't expect you to do entire dungeons within, like, the second they're available.
Look, we can't even kill one enemy. We seriously can't even kill one enemy when they're all stunned. This is insanity. What the fuck were they thinking with this shit?
This proves, by the way, that Phil... Oh, yeah, this fucking idiot's using warrior class. He's got 2 warriors, the fucking muppet. Why are you not using Seeker at all? He's got no elemental damage whatsoever.
Wow.
Here comes the counter.
This is nothing.
He's not even using Hulkenberg as a defensive character, which is, like, you know, what she's there for. There we go. Finally a Knight's Proclamation. How he's got that low MP with Hulkenberg, by the way, when her only move is Knight's Proclamation. He must have been using the big 2-turn attacks.
Birds in bad shape.
Music is amazing. Honestly, I thought Metaphor's music wasn't that great.
Let's stay calm.
I fucked up and skipped the turn by accident.
I'm not the biggest fan of it.
Great.
Better be sure.
I thought compared to Persona music, it just wasn't, like, that great.
Let's keep it going.
It's not over yet.
How's this Hulkenberg nearly dead?
I shall vanquish evil.
This was Phil, by the way. He's conditioning his audience. Like, he's conditioned his audience into believing that they didn't want Metaphor.
Now it feels like we're not even getting experience anymore, right?
Because you're not. You're fighting small enemies. You're not getting experience fighting small enemies. You're underleveled for this portion of the game because you went into a harder side content dungeon before doing, like, other stuff. That's what it is.
We have no MP. Yeah, we're balling.
You have
This is
Magla
it.
potions.
That's it. We can't even restore MP anymore.
He's not, like... He's just playing it really
Oh, that
badly.
thing. Oh my god.
So these are all yellow enemies. I think when I was at this dungeon, I was one-shotting them. But Phil obviously isn't.
With sword in hand, I cut a path.
He should have just leveled Grius up to level 99. Because that's what he's doing for Clair Obscur at the minute. He's getting like the late game build. I hope one of his characters in Clair Obscur dies after he's over leveled the fuck out of them. He's probably looked it up, to be fair, to see if any of his characters die. Why did he pass?
Why do they have like more defense when they're together? You notice that? When I fight the party, they're stronger. But it doesn't make sense. They're the same enemies, but stunning in the same way.
Hulkenberg is not supposed to do like huge amounts of damage. He's not exploiting weaknesses anymore. I remember going there, it was too hard, so I just continued and then came back. Yeah. I think I did that in one of the dungeons, but I was like really fucking determined. So I equipped the mage class. I leveled myself up enough, and I was walking around fucking
What's up, Game Boy? How are you?
like I got to the level where I could one-shot them, and then I was just walking around resetting the dungeon, going back and doing that to refill my MP gauge. But like some of the stuff, especially early game, was so hard to me that
Holy grinding Batman.
I lowered the difficulty to fight like a certain boss or something like that towards the end of the dungeon. It was on me though, because I went into dungeons that were too difficult for me at the time without realizing they were too difficult. I just heard, oh, side content's opened up. I'm going to prep myself for the main content by doing that. And it did work. It's a bit strange. Like, there was no, I don't think there was any, like, easier side content to bridge you into it. It was more just, if you're going to do side content, it's going to be harder than the main stuff.
The problem, like, they don't even give experience anymore. Look, we're barely even inching towards anything.
You found something.
Blessed water.
Take it with us.
But then they're not giving Phil experience
Wait a
because
minute. Uh-oh.
Phil's obviously trying to get
Those
over-leveled.
chests.
I don't really
Right
like
on the side
JRPGs,
now.
but I really like the stylization in this.
You can
Yeah,
get those
Metaphor's a
chests.
fucking beautiful
Oh,
game.
what's in them?
Metaphor's, like, it's a really good-looking game.
An imp-ending pike.
I thought they were easier because it was side quests. Yeah, that's what I thought as well.
Is that good?
But then they were actually harder. As the game progressed, stuff got easier. Like, as you unlocked more archetypes and stuff like that.
And attack will now go up to 120.
He's not even read that it's one of them purification weapons. He's not read anything about the weapon
Okay,
itself.
Time to grab cheats and double XP. No, guards, shosses can be purified at a church. Shosses? The hell's a shoss mean?
But
Shoss?
you can do parts of a dungeon in the demo. However, the monsters there get very aggro on you. Yes, if you see mace classes like healer or mage. I didn't know that in the first bit. But like some of the enemies really fucking aggro.
Is it for their class
You can
then?
buy information at the end that tells you all about it, yeah. Of course, Phil didn't play this. He told his audience they wouldn't
I
like
guess
it.
not. Guards, shosses?
And they didn't want it.
Oh wait. Oh. You didn't support with it.
Because
right?
he hit $54 out of
So,
150.
Let's go open that shortcut and save, and that's where we'll call it quits for today.
This is the first main dungeon as well.
So my overall thoughts after having played a heck of a lot of this demo is the game is great. I know I would enjoy it, but sadly I just don't feel like I have an audience for it. I've now tried over 10 hours of playing it. I think
He
the
wouldn't
most
hit
we
the
ever
goals.
had was 250 viewers. And you know, like I said, support it's not forthcoming for the game. This is actually the least supported. The first two streams we did of it were good.
They don't want
Last time we were
JRPGs.
so
But then he
it's doing
plays a
thing over time, I guess that's
JRPG.
that. What can I say? Right?
It's playing
it is what it
fucking...
If you guys play it and enjoy
What's
I
it
think you
called?
will, especially
Clair
if you
Obscur
like
at the minute.
Persona, I think you're really gonna enjoy
It's because it's a free Game Pass game. He can play Clair Obscur with no overhead at all.
Persona Plus.
So if he
It
makes
really does
$1,
feel
he's
like
making
that, like Persona
profit.
Plus. It's got improvements, the plot's
But I don't
better.
think Metaphor's
I
on
think,
Game
you know,
Pass
the
if I look
graphics
now.
definitely better. The gameplay elements are improved. Like everything is good. So enjoy. For those who will be playing Metaphor, exactly.
It is not, but it's coming soon, apparently.
All right, but I had a good time.
Interesting.
I hope that you guys did too.
Metaphor's coming to Game Pass actually in 3 days and 14 hours.
There's 1 or 2 hours left. Maybe
Huh.
we would do this as a random night stream wanting to just end the demo. But I can't foresee myself playing another 80, 90 hours of this when no one's showing up for it. You know what I'm saying?
I think the Persona games are on Game Pass now.
But thank you for watching.
Reload is, but
And,
5
for
Royal
those
is
who are
not,
playing
and neither is
final
4.
game, I think you'll really enjoy it. I really like this demo. I don't think I ever complained. It's that good, you know. I like.
He
how
has
some of the
complained. He
different
was sat there complaining
aspects
about
he
it.
touches upon when it comes to good things about classic JRPGs.
I might give it a go.
Touches upon the
I
Persona
would, and then I'd play
4
Persona
so
as
many
well
things about
because
it. So,
they're made by the same devs.
Everyone, thank you for
Atlas,
watching.
genuinely
If you did,
banger games,
and,
banger
see you later.
games. There's no school stuff in Metaphor. Everyone's like over 18, dude. I think they are all 18 in it. Metaphor's probably your best bet in that sense. Persona, like, a lot of it is social links. Like, you go and do your social links, you go and fucking, you know, do this, do that. And it all takes place inside of a year. Metaphor takes place inside of 6 months. There are social links that you can do, but like, you know, it's a completely different like era from Persona. Like, there's no schools or anything like that. Like, you just sort of find these people or play SMT. I haven't played any Shin Megami Tensei games. I need to. Okay, let me end with this. If it loads. If it doesn't, I'm just gonna get cucked. Yeah, Metaphor is very good.
Okay, so
Atlas should
today,
sponsor
we're
me
going to be
for
trying out something that I've actually
for making
seen
some
ads
sales,
for on
dude.
television. I've actually saw it on a couple websites that I went to, and I was interested in
Are
getting
these the things
and,
where like
Kendall and I were at the mall yesterday.
are these the things
and
where you
we
just put a
decided to
drink
grab it
in?
At a store, one of those ads seen on TV
You put some
stores,
fucking
basically.
other
They have
thing
all
in.
kinds of products that
You
can
shake it
get
up and it becomes a slushy.
from things that are advertised on TV, and this is one of them.
Is that
It's
what this
called
is?
Slushy Magic. So what we're going to do is we're going to try to make a slushy with this and see if it actually works. Now, according to the instructions, the first thing you're supposed to do is freeze these 3 cube things in your fridge, okay?
We don't
And
freeze
then
stuff in
you're
a fridge,
supposed
Phil.
to put them in the Slushy Magic, which is just a generic plastic cup. And then you're supposed to take any liquid. It could be, you know,
Ice cubes in a
literally
drink,
anything,
yeah.
fruit juice, soda, drink. We're going to actually put in some Snapple.
Lemon flavor.
And where's the fill line?
Just
to make sure that
ice.
we do it only to the fill line. There's a fill line on the glass here somewhere. There it is. Okay, good.
Why don't you do it a little bit overfilled? That's under. Need a little bit more.
Good. Okay.
Not even ice cubes.
And
Yeah, I don't know what
now,
the fuck it is.
Attach the lid.
And secure it, otherwise you'll have a massive explosion.
And now on the top here to show you, there's a hole.
Yeah, I bet Liana would
that
have
you're
liked
supposed to cover with
Phil's
your finger
massive
when you're flicking
explosion.
it. There it is. The hole you're supposed to cover with your finger when you shake it. And the reason the hole exists is if you were doing soda, obviously if you shake soda, you create carbon. What is it? Carbon monoxide, whatever it is. The
Carbonation.
CO2.
Just say
Carbon
carbonation.
dioxide, gas. It needs to be released. If you don't, the cup will explode. So it has that hole. But for us, we're only using regular Snapple iced tea, so we shouldn't have that problem. All right. So now what you got to do, literally, is stand and shake that glass for 2 minutes. So right now it's 6:07. I believe I can actually use a timer. There we go. So as of right now, the timer is counting down from 2 minutes.
This is like the shake weight, but you get a drink after. So
Ooh.
it's better than the shake weight.
If it works, we don't know if it works yet.
Oh, yeah.
Last night we made the mistake. The cubes weren't frozen yet. They were cold, but they weren't frozen, and we tried
Monoxide,
to do it. And all we got
lol.
was like foamy iced tea, so we were a little disappointed. But here's
He
hoping
knows
that
what he's
after
doing.
shaking it for 2 minutes.
It's going on.
Who, Phil?
No, it's
I don't
working.
think
It
Phil
counts
knows
down
what
like
he's
that way. As
doing.
long as that's moving, it means it's counting the seconds. I know it's a weird.
He's trying to
timer.
train Panda Lee.
So, very exciting to see someone shake the slushy magic for 2 minutes.
I don't think Phil's got a clue what's going on. I just don't think he wanted to shake it
Yes.
himself.
You need a trampoline to do this. You can do backflips while you shake it. Alright, so we're almost approaching a minute at this point. Oh yeah, oh, no, not yet. Any second it'll actually go to a minute and you'll see it'll start counting down. There it is. 58 seconds to go. Keep shaking.
Come on, Panda.
In the second half.
No, I mean Panda's shaking the thing.
Keep shaking.
Oh, you mean she knows what she's doing?
Shaking.
She
Yes.
probably does. Yeah, she probably does.
Bouncy, bouncy.
But Phil's got no clue.
Me or the drink?
Hey, I offered to shake it.
No, you didn't.
Yes, I did.
Oh, well, I didn't hear it then.
And then you decided to shake instead.
I can't even tell if it looks slushy.
Alright, 30 seconds left. 30 seconds. Keep shaking. Don't stop. If you stop, the whole process fails. Keep shaking.
Damn. This is a lot more intense.
This doesn't
than
seem worth it for a
15
slushy.
seconds. Keep going.
No, it doesn't. No, it does not.
Alright.
But it's DSP tried it,
10,
dude.
9, 8, 7, 6, 5.
The cup noodle one
4,
was one you guys wanted me to
3,
watch as well. I think it
2,
was.
1. Happy slushy!
I think
So
it
I'll
works.
watch the
It
cup
might
noodles
work.
after
Let's see
this.
what happens
Oh,
here.
thank God. My arms hurt like.
All right, let's investigate. Let's put it down over here. Open the top.
Why don't you just fucking boom?
I think it worked.
I don't know.
Partially slushy.
Not
Almost
really. There's
slushy.
massive ice cubes still.
It's kind of slushy.
I'm shaking it a little more.
What?
I want slushy, not half slushy.
Well, I think what you gotta do is take the cubes out, and then you'll have a whole slushy.
Slushy, you little bastard. Oh my God! Just imagine
Phil, move the
getting this for
camera.
your kids, you have to do this shit all the time.
Well, you're supposed to have the kids do it.
Yeah, fuck that. The kids will be fucking. They'll just spray it like this.
All right, so what you should do is take the cubes out and put them in the sink, and we'll see if the rest is slushy or not.
But then you
It's
lose like half of it.
1% slushy.
Oh, they're like cubes wrapped in plastic or like around the ice by the looks of it.
No. Just put it in the sink. Just leave it there.
Yeah.
You're gonna get the whole counter soaked.
Leave it in the sink, Leanna. So you don't even get like a full slushy out of it. Like
Leave it in the sink.
you get about a third of a cup
Damn
worth of
sink
slushy.
problems.
One more.
Where the?
It's
You
dissolved.
little bastard.
It's in there. There it is. There it is.
And like you have to wash half of it off as well.
Want that piece of slushy.
Wow. So for all of your efforts, you only got less than half a cup of actual slushy. So of course now the test is you have to taste it and see what it's like.
It's very liquidy on the inside.
Didn't shake it well enough, guys.
Tastes like Snapple.
Blenders have
Well,
existed
no kidding.
since
What
the
do you think it's
20s.
made of? It tastes like Snapple. But it tastes fine. Doesn't have any weird taste to it or anything.
I don't know. It feels a little watered down almost for a slushy.
Well, it's not. It is. I mean, I'm taking.
But
away
I
its
wonder
very watery.
why.
I have to admit. Now, what they say in the instructions is the colder the drink you use, that it'll be easier. It'll come out better. Now, we've had this in the fridge all day, so we literally
Surely
just took
it
it out of the
doesn't
fridge.
say
The
to
ice
use
cubes were in the
all
freezer when we
3
did it.
ice cubes, though.
So, what do you think? Is it a bust or is it a
Well,
success?
considering 2 minutes of shake waiting for only this much,
Not
I'd
even
say it was
half a
kinda-
cup of slush.
You know what would be fine
The
for
cubes
kids?
are
Look at
salt
the one in the
water.
guide. Look how much they show.
Huh.
That's
all-
impossible unless they left the cubes in the cup.
They probably did. What a bunch of assholes. But it comes with a magic recipe book. And look, you can use.
Jesus Christ. Look at how big the text is. I bet Phil loves reading that.
Grenadine syrup and make a Shirley Temple slush. That'd be great for the kids. And some vanilla
Yes.
pink. You can use yogurt and chocolate milk, and seltzer and sports drinks and
Seltzer.
Alright, so slushy magic. I
That
don't know.
reminds me of DSP
For me,
telling
it
everyone
seems
that
like it's more of a
review
fun thing
tech
for,
was
for activity for a kid rather than if you
drinking
actually want to make a
weed
slushy.
Nothing the mom has
seltzers.
to do it. Hell
I assumed it
no.
was some
I'd be like,
chemical
go
compound. I thought it was just
screw yourself.
And you
ice.
don't really get a lot. And look, it's already melting. Look, it's already becoming
I
liquid
don't know how
very
slushy they're
quickly.
made, so.
I think this one's a bust. On my DSP tries it scale, I'm probably going to give it like a 1.5 out of 5.
DSP
It
did
doesn't
not.
it makes
D-
slush
DSP didn't
technically,
even
yes, but
try
the slush
it.
melts super fast. It doesn't make a lot, and it's a lot of work. All right. So that's it for
$30 for
DSP tries
salt
it for
water
Slushy
and a
Magic.
plastic
High rating.
cup.
Oh, what's
It's a
your rating? A 1 out of 5.
Because that was a
If
lot of
anything, that
effort.
just
My
proves how
arms are
frivolous Phil
killing
is with
me.
his money.
For this much.
All right.
Look at
Frivolous,
this.
slaps. I don't know
probably
the word
showed
for it, but
this.
like
It's more
DSP
liquid
was
than anything
balling.
else.
Yeah, DSP was minted during this time.
False
Yeah,
advertising.
look at that. Ooh.
Yep. All right, so that's it for DSP tries it for Slushy Magic. Again, it seems like something that would be fun for a little kid to do as a little thing,
Don't
but
waste good snacks.
DSP was fucking rich here. Actually, Anne's got the video up on his channel, so we're gonna watch it on Anne's channel to close out the night. I don't feel like giving DSP a fucking view. The cup noodles is what I'm looking for. I think he's got the video on his channel. Maybe not. DSP tries it episode 7? But this is DSP tries it episode 7. Interesting. It doesn't look like Anne's got it, so we're gonna have to watch it on Phil. Final Fantasy 15 Special Edition. Is this the one? I'm gonna assume it is. Yeah, because the only other one's this. I don't even watch DSP react to his own video.
What is going on, everyone? DSP here, and welcome to a special edition of DSP Tries It. Now, first off, just to say this up front.
What do these
I've
have to
been
do
under
with
the weather
Final Fantasy?
recently. My throat has been swollen. You can hear right now my voice is kind of strained, raspy because of this, okay? So what's the perfect thing you think of when you say, oh man, when you have a bad voice or you're under the weather, what do you want? You want soup, right? So...
What does any of this have to do with
Tries
Final
It
Fantasy?
is the perfect opportunity.
Did he
because
get
we're gonna
these in
be
the
trying
collector's
out
edition or something?
2 different products from Cup Noodles. Now, the reason that this is very pertinent, especially for now, if you are a gamer, you may be playing Final Fantasy 15, and you may not know this if you're not playing it.
Oh, is there?
Cup Noodles has a giant ad space.
I
purchased
have
in the game.
FF15.
They're on
I just haven't played it.
billboards. I'm not even kidding you.
Because I need to finish
The
FF7
characters
Rebirth.
actually have a freaking side mission.
And
You have to
then
buy
I've got
Cup Noodles.
FF15.
Then you
I've
have to
got
go out
Final
and get
Fantasy
ingredients
X.
through fighting monsters. Put those
I need
ingredients
to play.
into the cup noodles, and you eat it, and it's like, oh, the most delicious of gourmet ingredients. I mean, cup noodles are already good without this, but with these added ingredients, it's just so good. And it's hilarious because you can buy it, and it
It's
looks just
shite.
like this. I'm not even kidding. In the game, I believe it costs like 1,000
What, 50
gil or whatever,
FF15?
which I guess would be like
I've heard
$10
FF15's not
or
like-
something.
people don't
And
like
looks
it.
just like this picture, big giant juicy shrimp.
Then I don't know.
With delicious ramen and all these fresh.
Oh, cup noodles. Cup
vegetables,
noodles are
right?
probably shit as well. They're both probably
So,
shit.
Today, we're gonna try the 2 most popular flavors of cup noodles, both the shrimp and the chicken. Okay. Now it's hilarious because it says chicken flavor. Do you want to know why it says chicken flavor?
Because there's not pieces
actually
of
no
chicken in it?
I think there's chicken stock, meaning that broth made with chicken.
It really
but no
sucks.
actual pieces of chicken are in this.
I'll see.
However, in the shrimp, there actually are supposedly
I'll
supposed
probably
to be shrimp
like it,
in the shrimp cup noodles.
to be quite honest. But I know a lot of people
So,
didn't. I need to go and play the
You
FF16
might say to
DLC
yourself,
as well.
wow,
I never did.
Well, in Final Fantasy 15, right?
FF16 was
This
great.
is considered gourmet. Gladio, one of the main characters of the game, is kissing Cup Noodle's ass, one of his favorite foods. He's like, oh, this is something I would eat all the time. I can't
Just my
believe how
housemate at the
delicious
time
is and
play
everything.
it.
So we'd
He's a
say, okay, the
JRPG
game
guy,
costs like 1,000
guy,
gil.
and he couldn't finish it, and
How
I
much
took up
could
the
it possibly
task
cost in real
out of
life,
morbid
right?
curiosity.
Well, does it cost $10 for each one, just like in Final Fantasy 15? No, it does not. All right, what about if it's gourmet food, right? $5. It's got to be $5 each.
Yakuza has a lot of these like promos as well. Like Yakuza's got fucking Red Bull in it.
Okay.
Yakuza's got Coke.
Maybe
It's got
a
CC
steal, maybe
Lemon.
it's a delicious gourmet meal.
It's got a
at
bunch of
budget
stuff.
price, $1 each. Wrong. In the United States of America, cup noodles cost 39 cents each.
Really, Phil? Thanks for telling us.
39 cents.
How much do they cost
Now, I
now,
just want you to put this into
Americans?
perspective, okay? What else can you buy for 39 cents?
This was 8 years ago.
You can't buy a pack of gum. You can't buy a candy bar. You can't even buy... More than likely, if you went to, say, like, a restaurant, they probably wouldn't even
FF15
give you
was
the
weird.
cup
I
of
couldn't
hot
play it for
water
long. Huh.
required to make cup noodles for 39 cents. They probably charge you 50 cents for a cup of hot water.
It's a game based in reality.
The
And
actual
yeah,
cup noodles
yeah.
product is one of the cheapest food products you can ever get.
That's
in the
that's why I'm not
United
too fussed.
States, which is
But
why
I
it's
bought
infamous
I bought
amongst
FF15 for
college
£4.
students
So
or university students who
if
have
it's
next
shit,
to
I'll
no
probably
money.
play it anyway because it's £4 value for
Because
money
they're in
anyway.
college, they're studying, right? They're constantly they can't hold jobs.
Has Coleman
They're college
camping
studying, they have
ads
no
too.
income. So this is one of the lowest
I
budget
don't
foods
know
you
if there was any in
can possibly
FF16.
get.
I don't think
So
there
I'm sure
was.
it's gonna be gourmet, just like they said in Final
Like
Fantasy
any ads or
15,
anything like that.
right?
The ads
But
embedded in the
before we
games is
even take a look
crazy.
at the flavor or how to make it, I want to rotate this to the back to show you.
52 cents at
Oh
Walmart right
my
now.
God.
Oof,
A single
inflation.
cup of noodles, cup noodles, 44% of your daily
About what it's
sodium,
worth.
a quarter of your saturated fat. Calories are pretty decent at around 300 calories, right? That's not too bad. So honestly, a lot of these things are bad. Iron is actually quite high at 15%.
We'll
right?
see. Like it's Final Fantasy, so I'll
wonder if
probably
the
enjoy it. But
chicken is
if
any
I
better
don't,
or worse. Chicken is worse.
I'll definitely
Chicken
tell you
actually
as
has a higher
much
sodium percentage.
when I eventually get around to playing
Everything
it.
else looks pretty much the same. Okay, so there's really not. Oh, by the way, here you go. Powdered chicken and rendered chicken fat. Those are the only ingredients in here that are really chicken. No actual pieces of chicken are present in the chicken cup noodles, which is kind of funny. So, how do you make cup noodles? Well, the first thing you gotta do is you gotta take the cup out of its cardboard container. So go ahead and do that. And right here on the top, it explains how to make it. It says, recommended cooking instructions. Go for it. Boy, I can't even read that. What does this say? Oh.
Has some
Boil
okay
water in a
ideas, but
separate
it just
container,
flubs the overall
fold back the lid
execution.
and add the boiling water to the
Yeah,
inside fill
it's
line. Then close the lid again and let stand for 3 minutes.
I'm glad
and then slurp
FF16
away.
was really
Stir and
good.
enjoy, right?
That was the
Do not
first Final Fantasy
microwave
game I
the
played.
cup. It says it will be
FF16 is
hot,
like
which is why the cup
Devil
is made
May
of
Cry
styrofoam,
meets
because
Final
typically
Fantasy.
Styrofoam does not conduct heat well. It actually hinders heat, so therefore they don't want you to burn your
You can
hand,
turn into like
okay?
Ifrit and
So,
shit.
you might say, well, how am I going to do this? Am I going to sit here on my oven and boil a pot of
And then you
water?
can
No.
use
I have
the
a
abilities from all the other
Keurig coffee maker,
icons.
which pumps out boiling hot water within seconds. So that's what I'm going to do. Now, I don't want to just do it in here because I'm afraid that it might not make the exact amount and therefore it might overflow. So what I'm actually going to do is I'm actually going to come over
There's
here
no
and get
way he's
coffee
using a
mug.
fucking measuring
Okay.
jug for cup
Let's grab a
noodles.
typical, one of these coffee mugs, okay? And I'm going to fill this with hot water, and I'm going to pour that into
That's
the cup
not going to
noodles.
pour out properly because
So
of
let's
how,
actually-
like... Yeah, because one of the directors worked on DFC. I believe that's the case, yeah. That's not going to pour out properly because it's like there's no point for the water to funnel through. It's going to do that weird thing where it goes down the like out and down the cup, and then it pisses out the
Get this
side.
plastic off, 'cause you see the heavy plastic on it. So I'm gonna put the
I
camera
wouldn't
down
be
for a
surprised if
second.
he burns himself with this water.
See if I can do it with just my hand. If not, I'll have to
Scalds
grab-
himself
I'm just
with
gonna
it.
Grab a knife because it's on there pretty tight. Okay. All right, got the plastic off. Now, I just want to show you, I'm actually going to peel this back, because you need to peel off the top anyway.
God, the sounds in my ears.
Can actually see what's inside.
Oh, they're making my skin crawl a little bit.
Wow. All right. So, Cup Noodle, the amazing gourmet product as advertised throughout all of Final Fantasy 15. Here's what it looks like. Oh, yeah.
Why do
Isn't that
Americans
just
not own kettles? Yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
I'll actually give it a whiff.
I think Phil
Basically,
might be
I smell
the
two things.
exception
I smell
there.
salt, and I smell a seasoning.
That's all you
that
have
kind
to
of
do.
Smells like seafood.
Use your
Okay,
fucking
the
kettle.
shrimp one, I'm not
But I think Phil
surprised.
did own a kettle. He owned a
Now,
kettle in
just to give you some
Connecticut.
comparison
It was
size-wise,
just one of those ones that don't heat up by
this is cup
themselves.
noodles. This is
You
a
have to put it over the
I
stove.
believe 16-ounce glass. I actually have cherry juice in there right now. So
Cherry
a
juice
standard
for his
cup
gout, by the
noodles
way.
Is actually about, I'm looking at it now, 2.25
That's actually true.
ounces
He was drinking
dry.
cherry juice to
But once it actually
counteract his
fills
gout.
up, it's probably about 6 to 8 ounces with the hot water in it. Okay, so that's about the size. So
These
I'm supposed
cups,
to
by
make
the way,
hot
have
water,
fill lines
pour
on
it
them.
in there to the fill line, and I'm assuming the fill line would be that line you see above the top of the styrofoam there. Okay, and then mix it up and let it sit for about 3 minutes. They said. So what I'll actually do here is I'll open up the other one, the chicken. Okay.
So because he's doing two,
And we'll
Phil's
take a
gonna
look at
need
what that
double the
one looks like on
water.
the inside too.
He has to use a Keurig to get hot water. It is a king's disease. Yeah, he's suffering from success,
What's funny
is what it
you can't
is.
see any shrimp inside of the shrimp flavored one. There's just no shrimp visible.
You haven't even opened it yet. What does he mean there's no
Okay,
shrimp
so,
visible? Oh
Notable
no, that was the
difference
chicken one.
is
My fault,
the
my fault.
shrimp is brownish, right? A brownish seasoning to it. And I see a few pieces of carrot or whatever, but I don't see any shrimp. In the chicken one, it's very yellow, okay? And I'll actually give it a whiff. Oh yeah, it smells like chicken stock. It does. It smells like any kind of chicken stock or chicken broth that you would get. This one actually has dried pieces of corn in it, okay? So, here's what we'll do. Let's go over here. The mug is in position under my Keurig coffee maker.
Oh,
I can see
snort!
like I'm putting in a thing to make coffee, so I open it and then I close it. Now it thinks I put a coffee thing in there. Okay, press the button.
Is this not going to do like more harm than
and
good
it's
to
gonna
his
pump
machine?
out boiling hot water. Incidentally, about 8 ounces worth, which is about a typical coffee cup.
That was a fucking juicy snort.
Now, will this be enough to fill the cup noodles to the fill line, or will we need a second one? We'll have to see.
Just use a fucking kettle, mate.
There's our hot water.
You
Looks like
need
there's
the
one or two
pod.
pieces of-
Yeah, he's gonna
Oh, no, it was
fuck
a
up his
bubble. I thought
coffee
it was just
machine doing
coffee. It's
that.
not a bubble in there. All right, so
And this isn't
now
gonna
I'm
go
going to
well.
pour this
Like
into
I
the
can
cup
already
noodle
see this
and not
isn't
make
gonna
a
go well.
mess. See how this goes. It's probably gonna make a mess. It did. It's going. Oh my god, this mug sucks because it has this rounded lip. It doesn't pour out.
Fucking
properly.
retard. And he's again.
So that was not even nearly enough water, and now my entire countertop is covered in water.
You're gonna see how
But this
retarded he
coffee
is.
mug
I already
is
know
not
how
a good
retarded
one
Phil
for
is.
pouring
Like,
out stuff. Of course, all my other ones are in the freaking wash right now. Of course. So, I guess it's time to
this
dry my
mug
countertop, and then we'll try again. We'll make a second batch of water here. What a mess I
Snort.
have made.
My post-nasal
But
drip,
yeah, not
dude.
even close to the fill line with whatever I got in there. Nope.
It's
We gotta
like
do
you
it
can't
again.
even see the water. There's that little in there. It's just absorbed all of it
Okay.
straight away. How
Well,
do you
that's
butcher cup noodles?
Come over here. So with the new water that's added, it did actually pick up with flavor. I could
You
smell it a
genuinely
little more.
can't tell that water's been added. The
It's really
noodles
really
have absorbed all of the water that he's added.
Okay. The second batch of water popping out behind me right now.
Just
What I'll
put.
actually do this
Why
time-
does he not have a kettle? Just
I'm gonna
boil the
come
kettle,
over here. I have
Phil.
these mats that are by my sink. These are drying mats, so when we wash dishes,
I'm like
we
surveying
put them
what
here
he's
to dry.
showing on the camera
This way
to
if
see
it
if there
spills,
is.
it'll spill onto the drying mat, and I won't have to dry it up. It'll naturally evaporate. Okay.
It won't naturally evaporate. The drying mat will absorb it.
number
That's the
two.
point of the drying mat? Question mark.
And almost to the fill line.
Oh, oh.
Almost. Aha. Okay.
And I've gone
is
over.
to
Fuck.
the fill line on our first cup noodles. Whoa, and you saw what happened? The noodles just floated to the top. So we'll move that to the side to absorb the water. I'll grab the second cup noodles, which is the chicken, and we'll get this one going. With the remainder of water, pour that right in here. And get to work on my next cup.
He knows how much water comes out. He knows how little there is. He might as well just put the entire cup under there and it'll just be all right.
And I'll begin to stir in the water into the shrimp cup noodles.
The noodles float. Who would have guessed?
One block of noodles. Look at it. It is a block of dried noodle. As you can see, the broth in this is dark and brown. A dark brown broth. I've still yet to see a single shrimp. I see no shrimp in this.
It probably said
Seriously,
flavored on it again.
At all.
That's why there's no shrimp in there, because they're not going to put the actual. They're not going to put actual shrimp in there and just be like, oh yeah, this is 30 cents.
Look, it's just a big mound of noodles. I'm stirring it
Maybe
constantly.
the shrimp has sank to the bottom. Maybe the shrimp is swimming about in there, dodging the spoon.
Right?
He's fucked them already. Yeah,
I don't
basically.
see a single shrimp. I think they're full of crap. Even though the advertisement right on it with delicious giant juicy shrimp. Not a single shrimp.
Okay. They do make them with actual shrimp. Right? Okay, so
right,
he just can't find the shrimp at all. They're tiny and dried, but they're in there. They're swimming around. Jesus Christ, you can see it pissing out the sides. You can see it pissing out the sides.
So it looks like it takes about a standard cup and a half of typical, a tea.
Because if you knew that, why didn't you just put the fucking cup noodles under your coffee machine, Bill?
So I'm still stirring my shrimp.
These look shit. These look so shit.
The chicken.
Do you see the similarities with Cumby? Yeah, this is what I've been saying all along. You don't get to steal my words, Akupita. This is what I've been saying all along. You see the similarities between DSP and Tom. I bet Tom doesn't own a kettle either. That's gotta be the next thing. You know how like some DSP detractors, DSP detractors will like send people into Phil's chat and just get them to start asking questions. Like they'll get them to ask questions like to Phil about some like weird niche detractor meme. We should start doing that with Tom.
Would they actually chop up into powder?
We should get Tom like we should just start asking Tom, do you own a kettle?
No one would buy.
That's why I want to learn more about him. I shit you not, they're almost the same person. Big snort.
God.
Like Tom's snort is the hand rubbing.
An incredible amount of noodles, for the size of the cup. If anything, you wish maybe they would have put more ingredients in there.
Shit is just spilling out.
Like more vegetables, more, you know what I mean?
Phil expecting big juicy shrimps. Yeah. With the bootleg Batman Begins, and Phil's expecting it to be exactly as it's pictured.
For a cup.
Even though I'm sure if you look on the cup, it says it's not exactly as pictured.
So this one's getting nicely stirred now. By now, our shrimp should almost be ready. Right? I said 3 minutes.
Fucking stir it normally. It's like he's picking up half of the spoon and just throwing it all over the fucking side.
So I'm just gonna let that chicken sit there for a bit. I'm gonna final stir our shrimp. Actually, typically, honestly, it looks like the shrimp actually became a little better. Like the noodles spread out a little more.
Maybe because they absorb the water,
Phil.
Phil.
Doesn't that look just like it looks like in Final Fantasy 15? Look, there's what it looks like in Final Fantasy 15 and on the package itself. And here's the reality.
It's a game, you tit.
Not false advertising at all, right, guys and gals? No, of course not. No. Couldn't accuse them of false advertising. Come on. All right, I'm going to go grab a napkin.
Is the spoon going to flip?
I'm going to go to eat this.
The spoon's surely going to flip on the camera. The spoon's surely going to flip on the camera. There's no way he leaves it like that and it just like, it stays there.
Cup noodles for the first time since I was a kid. I had these when I was a kid. And that was it. I haven't had them since then. Okay.
That spoon is doing. That spoon is working overtime.
Gets ready. Shrimp.
Oh!
Shrimp, not shrimp flavor.
Holy shit! He's actually working overtime.
Let's first of all just take a taste of the liquid itself without noodles.
Is he gonna burn his mouth?
Okay. Okay. It tastes like, not too salty. It actually tastes just like kind of seasoned water. I'm not even kidding you. It tastes like seasoned water. It doesn't taste like shrimp at all. Not
What
at
do you
all,
think it
okay?
is?
All right, let me get another sip.
The snorts. The snorts are like Tom's hand rubbing.
Nope. There is not a single inkling of a shrimp flavoring. It's basically just seasoned water. Wow.
That's exactly what
All
the
right,
broth
well,
is, Phil.
Maybe the proof is in the noodles. Let's give the noodles a taste and let's see what those taste
Why
like.
is he eating them with a spoon as well?
And try to get a spoon. Oh,
Oh,
wow.
yep, they're just
It's
gonna
even
keep.
hard to
They're
get a
gonna keep
spoon
dropping
noodle
off, aren't they?
It's
Yep, they're
incredibly
gonna
difficult
keep
to
dropping
get a
off,
spoon noodle
aren't
out of
they?
it, 'cause they all pull away from you. I might need a fork. In fact, you know what? I'm gonna get a fork. I don't think I can eat this without a fork.
Seasoned water as well.
So I think what I'm gonna have to do here, okay, then I'm gonna have to take this fork
How do I eat noodles, dude? The
kinda
noodles are
twirl
shitty.
to get the noodles to catch on the fork. See that? So now when I pull up, now I can get a mouthful of noodles versus before with the spoon, they would all just fall off. All right, so I'm gonna take a bite of this.
It's like he's learning how to be human. Like, this is what DSP tries it is. It's like watching Phil learn to be human.
All right.
Like, this is a
Now
trial
that
and
I have a
error.
fork, I can actually go through the noodles a lot better. See that?
You think so?
And I can 100% tell you
This is the best
there's
one by
not
far.
a single piece of shrimp in this with shrimp cup of noodles. They 100% lied. It's complete false
It's
advertising,
explaining how a fork
and I did not get one
works.
with any shrimp, not even a single one. It's
Yeah,
just
as if
noodles
like,
and liquid
as if
and-
by
and
human
seasonings,
nature, you're
that's
just
it.
gonna default to a
Before I
spoon
say
for the
anything,
noodles.
I'm
And
gonna
Phil's
take
got to
another
explain to his
forkful,
audience that no, a fork is
get
the
a taste,
preferred
and I'll let you know what I think.
cutlery for this. Oh god, the slurping. The lip smacking and slurping.
All right. There's good news and bad news. The good news is it's not horrible. It actually is palatable.
bad news is
it's
there's no
not filling my
shrimp.
stomach. It tastes pretty good, actually. It's basically just basic seasonings, like I said, with noodles and broth. The noodles, you can't taste egg. You can't taste anything. They're just kind of there. They taste like a generic noodle. All right. You know, honestly, kind of more like chemicals than anything else, which is kind of what
This
you
is
would
old
expect.
school DSP. Like this was a lot more entertaining. This
Yeah,
is
it's
why
there. Well, the
DSP
good
tries
news
it was
is
good,
it
by the
actually
way.
is helping my throat
Phil
a lot.
fails to realize
It's actually
that
pretty
and thinks his
warm,
fans just want to see him
and
sit
nicely
sit
is
there and
kinda
eat fast
soothing
food.
my sore throat.
Like, no, Phil.
So with
We want to
anything,
see you
what we
try
may be
shit
finding
around your
today
house. Like,
is that cup noodles
fuck
is
it,
what
why
you
don't you
want
try
when have a sore
Jasper?
throat. It'll make your throat feel better. Okay?
DSP tries
Now
it
let's scoot over
Jasper.
to the chicken.
DSP tries it the fucking chickens I've got
has
outside.
corn, which
'Cause
is
we're
an
gonna be
added
cooking and
ingredient
preparing
that
my
the shrimp did not
chickens.
have, okay? Maybe the chicken tastes more like chicken. At least we know there's ground chicken powder in this thing. This tastes nothing
Maybe
like
the
shrimp
chicken
at all.
tastes more
It has
like
no shrimp in
chicken.
it.
I
Let's see
hope
what
he
the
just
chicken
says
tastes
it's
like. Here
flavored
we go.
water again. Oh,
Oh,
god,
boy.
you can hear the noodles sliding. Fuck me.
Wow. Ooh.
Close your mouth. Oh my god.
Well, oh my god. Right off the bat, whew, I can tell you, the chicken is way more salty than the shrimp. I can taste it. Now it's weird because if remember we looked at the labels, and it said shrimp has 44% of your sodium, and chicken has 45%. I would say bullshit. I don't think that those are correct. At least for the batch that I'm eating here.
Phil knows better
This
than the
is
manufacturer.
much more salty than this.
Is this the one where he
But-
goes, salt, 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 salt? Oh, even then, in my mouth, all I can taste is salt.
It also has more flavor. Okay, so what I'm actually going to do is I did this with the shrimp.
Oh
I'm
my
gonna
god,
take
here we go.
a
Yep.
couple pieces of corn and just the broth and taste that. See, now here's the thing.
Yes, this is it. Okay.
The fact
Salt,
that this
salt,
one has
salt.
corn and the corn is very sweet is an added bonus because with the shrimp,
The
you're
Mighty
just getting
D
the same
clip,
flavor
yeah.
constantly throughout. There's no added ingredient in there. It's just seasoning, 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 and you have to deal with that seasoning, right? Here, well, that's my hamster drinking water. If you're wondering what that noise is. Here, the saltiness of the broth is very salty, but it's being combined with the sweetness of the corn actually tastes better, in my opinion. I'm actually going to do one more forkful of the chicken.
What chicken?
And then I'm going to give you my final verdict on cup noodles. Here we go.
Jesus Christ, the lip smacking.
Yeah. I would say that the chicken cup noodles is actually far more tasty than the shrimp. The shrimp, sadly,
How
is a
dirty
one-trick
his
pony.
countertop is as
If you
well.
don't like the flavoring of the seasoning of the shrimp, there's not much you can do about it. It is what it is. If this one, you get not only the seasoning of the chicken stock flavoring with the salt, but you also get the conjecture of the sweetness of the corn and the other ingredients that are in it, okay?
There's
Now, here's the
nothing
thing.
you can do
If
about
my shrimp had
it.
actually had shrimp in it, it might have been better. Because this one has no chicken. It's just ground powdered chicken, okay? It's guaranteed not to have any chunks of chicken in it. It's not even advertised to have chunks of chicken in it. This one was supposed to have shrimp. This is blatant false advertisement. So if you've played Final Fantasy 15, right, and you looked at the picture like, oh man, that looks amazing. Cup noodles, the advertisements everywhere, and oh my god, it looks so good. Now you know.
I don't think
the truth.
anybody was playing Final
This is
Fantasy
why
15 and
I
going,
was
do you know what,
making
I really
fun
want
of
a
it,
cup noodle
why
now.
Most people who see that and have had it before are making fun of it. This is far from a gourmet product. This is the bottom of
What
the
word
barrel.
did you just say?
You can't
Conjecture.
get a TV dinner.
I don't think so.
Or a microwave dinner or
You know about me or him?
cup noodles, the advertisements everywhere, and oh my god, it looks so good. Now you know the truth. This is why I was making fun of it, and why most people who see that and have had it before are making fun of it. This is far from a gourmet product. This is the bottom of the barrel. You can't get a TV dinner or a microwave dinner or any kind of food
Yes, Phil.
prep for cheaper than this. This is the lowest, cheapest way to eat. It's also one of the most unhealthy due to the insanely high sodium
Conjecture
content.
of flavors.
But hey, if you're strapped for cash and you need a quick meal and you have access to hot water, this is the way to do it, right? Again, like I said,
I feel like we should send this to Phil every time he complains about money and like not being able to eat or anything like that. Just send him this segment where he says, if you have access to hot water and you need to eat cheap, this is the way to do it. I think everyone in the world knows that cup
is why
noodles are not
college
gourmet.
university students,
Everyone
this is
except
huge for
Phil,
them.
apparently.
ranked directly against each other.
It should be grateful he even got
looks,
like
you
fucking
would
bits of
think
sweet corn.
that the shrimp is just going to be much better because it has shrimp in it. While
Snorts
the chicken
again.
doesn't. However, mine had none. Okay, my chicken had corn.
Yeah, they
which made it
scammed
better,
him.
ultimately than the shrimp. So I'm going to give the shrimp cup noodles a
1 out of 5.
1.5 out of 5.
Ah, close
It's
enough.
not disgusting. It's palatable. It certainly isn't anything I would want to eat a giant tub of. In fact, even just eating this 1 cup of it might be a little bit too much. It's not bad tasting, but it
He won't be
doesn't
saying
taste
that when
like
he's on the
shrimp,
streets.
and there's no shrimp in it despite the advertising. If this tasted more like shrimp and had more shrimp in it, I might give it like a 3 or 3.5. Right now, the only reason it gets a 1.5.
The engineers come round, so
sadly, is
my stream
because
might get
it's
disconnected
cheap.
soon.
It's one of the cheapest
Well,
ones of food
fucking
you can
brilliant
get, okay?
timing though, because the
chicken
video's
cup
about to end.
noodles,
If he
I'm gonna
turns it
give
off
a
and I
2
just
out of
disconnect,
5
then you'll know why.
because It actually tastes better than the shrimp. There's no false advertising.
I
It
can
never
hear
said
Buddy
that it had
outside,
chicken in it.
dude.
It says chicken flavor, okay? And with the corn, to juxtapose the insane saltiness of it, it actually makes
Juxtapose.
it tastier than this. However, it is less healthy for you because it has more sodium in it. Again,
It
the
has an
only reason
extra
to get the
10
rankings they
milligrams of
have
sodium
is
in it,
because of the cost. If these cost
according
$1
to
or
cup
$2,
noodles.
they would be like 0. Okay, but because they're so cheap, they're not
Fucking
terrible
snore.
products, they're just bad products. And they do have a couple more flavors, but the bottom line is you've seen the 2 staple flavors. Do you really trust if you get another flavor of cup noodles that it's going to have any of the ingredients in it that they claim? No, it's blatant false advertising to eat a crappy level product just because you're poor, basically. So
Just
shrimp-
because you're
excuse me,
poor.
Cup noodles with shrimp, 1.5 out of 5. Cup noodles with chicken, or excuse me, I screwed that up. Cup noodles, chicken flavor, 2 out of 5. I don't recommend it unless you're strapped for cash.
This is
or if you're
surreal.
like me.
Yeah, this is old school DSP. This is like the good
Your
stuff.
voice is really killing you. Your throat is swollen.
If Phil
It actually
continued
is
doing
soothing
this,
my
like if
throat.
Phil
I am gonna
did
have a
this
little
now,
more
he would be
because I know it's
successful.
gonna soothe my throat and make me feel a little better. That's pretty
But
much
he's
the
so
main focal
stupid
point,
and
or
so
if you don't have a lot of
egotistical that he
money,
can't lean
it's a quick
into
meal.
anything.
That's it for DSP Tries It, everyone. Final Fantasy 15 Special Edition. I hope you enjoyed it. I'll see you next time.
Who eats noodles with a spoon? Pours water into a cup of seasoning. It tastes like seasoned water. It's a miracle you've managed to make it this far into life without walking into an open manhole or forgetting how to breathe or choking on a small toy. Time will prove you wrong. A Wolverine toy to be exact. Nutsack. Do you know the Wolverine toy story? I just want to say, as one who lives on cup noodles, you made it completely wrong. You're supposed to cover it when you make it like that with hot water. But Phil's a retard. If you don't know the Wolverine story, I'll tell you this before I leave. Half an hour for cup noodles and he eats it with a spoon. Okay. Oh, brilliant. There's a Pixar animations video on it. Hopefully it lets me watch all of this and they don't like disconnect the internet. So basically Phil wanted this Wolverine toy for his birthday when he was with his parents. And they didn't want to buy it for him straight away because this was like months before his birthday. And he saw this Wolverine toy in the store and he said to his parents, he was like, please buy this toy. I don't care if you've got to hide it for me or whatever, but like, please buy it right now. And, you know, hide it away for me. I'll